All right, let's move on to the team that moved on from Carson Wentz, the Eagles. Jalen Hurts taking over for him in Week 13 there. So he's seemingly the starter for now, but Danny Kanell, should they be looking elsewhere?
I do think they should. I'm very curious to see what happens here when Jalen Hurts, with a very limited window of work, a little body of work behind him, where he looked okay. I mean, I think sometimes people are like, oh, he looks like a franchise starter. I would not go that far yet. I still think he needs to develop as a franchise quarterback. I absolutely would look to add a presence to that quarterback room. Maybe it's in free agency with a guy like Tyrod Taylor. I would not hesitate either to draft a quarterback. Now, you don't want to spend a high draft pick on there, but you do want to add depth to the position, because if it doesn't work out, which I am very skeptical, if it works out with Jalen Hurts, you are really stuck behind an 8-ball right now. You are stuck with Jalen Hurts. And I don't think I would be comfortable going into the season with Jalen Hurts as my franchise quarterback. So I absolutely think they need to bolster up the position. I think he could be the answer, but I would not be going into the season with him as the only answer.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think you have to look at your options in the veteran free agent market. You know, Jameis Winston might be a possibility if you decide to go in that direction. You mentioned Tyrod Taylor. Again, though, they're picking 6th overall. Would I use the first round pick on a quarterback? No way. No chance. Look, they admitted their mistake on Carson Wentz, and now you'd almost be admitting a mistake by drafting Jalen Hurts, where you drafted him, which was high in the 2nd round. So I don't think they go in that direction. They have so many other needs. But bringing a veteran quarterback in to compete with him, and to help him, I think would be a good thing for Jalen Hurts.
All right, guys, let's say, because both of you saying that they do need to look elsewhere just to kind of bolster that position. But if Jalen Hurts remains the starter and he stays in that position for the Eagles, Danny, I'll start with you here. Give me the Eagles' outlook for 2021 with him.
I mean, I think this team is kind of a little bit of a disaster right now, and I feel like I'm stating the obvious. When you miss on a quarterback as bad as they did, and in a contract like they did, and you don't get much in return, which is what they got in return, trading him away to the Colts, I think it puts you in a significant bind. And now they're going to try to rebuild this roster and rebuild around a quarterback with some significant question marks around him. And I think that presents some serious issues. I think this is a team that's going to be on the bottom of the NFC East, looking up at the other contenders. There are way too many question marks. Washington, I know, has question marks at quarterback, but their defense looked pretty good. I don't think the Giants will be down again as much this season. So I'm pretty bearish on the Eagles' outlook this season.
I agree. I think they're not very good right now. And when you take a cap hit like they took in a year when there's not much cap room, there's not a lot you can do to try and fix it. So I think Nick Sirianni, the new coach, is being dealt a hand that's going to be tough to overcome. Now, he's going to have to really coach this thing up in the next couple of years. And I think the Eagles are going to have to be patient with him. It would be unfair after a couple of years to say, hey, look what he's done if he's won 4 or 5 games, because they're not very good right now. Could Jalen Hurts end up being a better player than most think he could be? He flashed at times last year. If that happens, they might be better. But this team is the bottom team in a division that, quite frankly, isn't very good.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.